Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and guys, we might actually have some pretty big news in regards to Budokai Tenkaichi 4. Now, we've done a lot of speculation, predictions, all that good stuff, waiting for the next, reveal, the next event, the next trailer, whatever it may be, the smallest crumb of info. We are just anticipating it. So this particular bit of info that, I found out about, and obviously this voice actor that posted this. So this has a lot more merit to it than anything else that we've had in the past, okay? So before we do go any further, I just want to say that nothing is 100% confirmed or anything, obviously. They're really trying to keep it hush-hush, quiet, all right, about this game. Any reveals, they're really doing a good job of not, having any major leaks or anything go through. But if this turns out to actually be related to Tenkaichi 4, then there is also a bit of a leak to this as well. I'll explain exactly what I mean by that. Let's just get into it, because I'm sure you probably have seen this, because this was posted, I think, like a few days ago. Sonny Strait, okay, on his official TikTok page, okay? Definitely give him a follow and everything, because, just follow all these voice actors. You never know when they're gonna, post something that might tease anything related to one of these upcoming games or even the anime, right? So he posted this video, and I'm gonna play the video for you guys, and I want you guys to listen to exactly what he says, and I'll kind of break down all the info here.
I just got through recording a video game. A lot of screaming. Can't tell you the video game, obviously, but I played 3 very distinct characters, and my voice is shot. But I loved every second of it.
Massive shout-outs to the legend himself, okay? If you guys don't know who Sonny Strait is, by the way, it should be obvious at this point. He's the way he sounds, you can hear it in his voice. He voices Krillin and Bardock, okay? So those are 2 of the 3 characters that he mentioned in this video, okay? Because if you heard what he said, I play 3 very distinctive characters in this game, okay? So this is a video game. He's confirming it's a video game. He's confirming there are 3 characters that he's going to be voicing in this video game, and he confirms that there's a lot of screaming. Okay, so that's 3 big Dragon Ball related factors right there, okay? Especially the screaming part. I know he voices several other characters in other anime. I think he voices Usopp in One Piece. So again, we can't sit here and be like, okay, confirmed, it's a Dragon Ball related thing, it's Budokai Tenkaichi, we can't say that. But if you got a brain and you understand how this works, when it comes to Dragon Ball, okay, what is the one series where the voice actors always say that there's lots of screaming and that their voices get shot afterwards? It's always Dragon Ball, because there's always a shit ton of screaming, okay? No other anime, I don't think, where a voice actor goes in and then they're dead after because of the sheer amount of screaming. I don't know other anime that, has that, at least that for these, dub voice actors and stuff, okay? So who is that 3rd character that he's referring to, okay? Because some people might be confused, okay, I know Krillin and Bardock, those are the only 2 characters that you would voice for the video games, because there's usually not any other character. But there's one character that was in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, okay, that is also voiced by Sonny Strait, General Blue. All right, this is what I was referring to in terms of a potential leak on this. This could be major, okay? Now, I know for some people, they're all right, we expect that there's going to be everything from Tenkaichi 3 carried over to Tenkaichi 4, right? I personally didn't think that was going to be the case, just because I felt all right, this is going to be a reboot. They're going to, polish up some things, and they're going to get the most important playable characters that people really want to play as, right? And I'm not saying that people don't want to play as, General Blue. I'm sure there's some General Blue fans out there and everything. But when it comes to OG Dragon Ball, I'm sorry to say this, and I know some people don't want to believe this at some, to a certain extent, but OG Dragon Ball just isn't as popular as Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, okay? I would say the order it goes in terms of highest popular to lowest popularity in terms of each series, I would say it's probably Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, GT, and then OG Dragon Ball, okay? Now, OG Dragon Ball is still very, obviously it has to be popular. It's the origin of everything. It's the starting point of everything. But let's just be real. a lot of people that watch or are fans of the series in entirety didn't even watch Dragon Ball. And, you know, that it does suck that that's the case, but, I mean, you can't necessarily blame people because Dragon Ball Z is so much different than the OG Dragon Ball. You know, things about it, people gravitated towards Dragon Ball Z more. I'm one of them, okay? I started with Z first. You get what I mean? Like, it's just not as popular. So most people don't even really care about General Blue. They probably wouldn't even play as him or whatever. But this could mean, if this is the case, if this is the third character and this is actually Tenkaichi 3 carrying over to Tenkaichi 4, okay, because it shows it right here on his credits, okay, he voices Krillin, Bardock, and General Blue from the 2007 Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So this might be pretty big, okay, because that just means, that leaves me to believe that they might actually carry over the entire roster from Tenkaichi 3 all the way to Tenkaichi 4. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's just, oh, hey, because General Blue was a pretty significant character in, you know, that in a certain saga, they might carry him over, you know, who knows? But that's just good news in general if that's the case, because it's like, okay, more OG Dragon Ball content. Like, when was the last time we had General Blue playable, okay? He might be like a Dokkan card, but I don't think he's in Legends. I don't recall him ever being in Legends, okay? And he's obviously not in, like, Fighters or Xenoverse or, like, Kakarot or anything. We might actually see him in Kakarot. Who knows? This might actually be for Kakarot, okay? Because I think he voices Bandages, that dude, which is like the mummy guy, I think. Okay, and they do General Blue and Krillin. Maybe that's the Kakarot DLC 5. But I don't know why General Blue and Bandages would be in that unless they're like a sub-quest, maybe. Maybe. But it's like, I don't know, how close are we to the release of DLC 5? I feel like it's got to be coming. I feel like they've already done voice recordings for that. So I highly, highly doubt it's going to be DLC 5. And that's the only other Dragon Ball related content that's going to have 3 characters, you know, voiced. But Tenkaichi 4 makes the most amount of sense just because this is from the start basis of the game. It's going to have Krillin and Bardock, and it might even have General Blue, okay? So this is probably the closest we've got to any, you know, at least info in regards to this. And if that is the case, that they've already started recording with the dub and everything, then I mean, honestly, I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh yeah, we're real close to the release, but I mean, that's good. That's good. If that is the recording for Tenkaichi 4, that's actually great. You know, it's not going to be like something where it's like, oh, it's coming out in like 2026 or some shit, or like 2025. Again, I'm not saying that it will or won't, but I'm just saying, like, that doesn't make any sense. If they already started the recordings for stuff, I feel like 2024 still makes the most amount of sense. It's just the info, like, we just want a trailer, we want something, right? At the end of the day, I'm just glad that this game exists. Okay, I'm always gonna say that. I'm so happy that, you know, they gave us that announcement. At that point in time, we were starving for anything big for Dragon Ball. Okay, we already had our movie last year or whatever, and the hype of that is pretty much done. You know, there's no anime going on. The only thing us Dragon Ball fans have right now are the video games. That's all we have. So this announcement for Tenkaichi 4, which is, I would have to argue, the most iconic Dragon Ball game series of all time, okay, for Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows this. Okay, this is the one. Okay, everybody came out and they were so hyped and surprised. People that didn't even play Xenoverse, people that didn't play Fighters, they knew what this game was, and they were excited to get back into playing Dragon Ball games again because of this game, okay? I think the trailer itself got like 2 or 4 million views within like less than like 24 hours or something like that. Like, it's crazy. And they still haven't even posted the official trailer to an official Bandai Namco page, which is wild. But hopefully this is Tenkaichi 4. This would be great, and that would be major from what Sonny Strait said. If he said 3 characters, okay, these 3 right here from the original Tenkaichi 3, I'm just saying, we'll have to see. But I'm glad it was him that posted this over any other person, because all the other characters that most of these voice actors do, like, for example, like Sean and Chris and everything, most of them I would have to say are pretty, you know, expected characters. But for Sonny Strait, because he voices a lot less characters in the series, which, I mean, 3 is still pretty big. But, like, we know him for Krillin and Bardock, okay? And we know Krillin and Bardock's in every Dragon Ball game, okay? In every Dragon Ball game, he's going to be usually playable. So if it's General Blue for that 3rd character, ooh, man. That's going to be sick. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Again, nothing is 100% confirmed or even confirmed or anything, okay? So it's just all speculation at the end of the day, but if you are a fan of the series and you know how things work out here, you have to agree with me that it makes a lot of sense for this to be Tenkaichi 4. Even the people in the comments were saying, is it Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4? Like, everybody says it's Tenkaichi 4. Like, everybody knows, okay? And there is a small chance, okay, that it could be a new jump game. But regardless if it's a new jump game or Tenkaichi 4, I mean, we're eating. We are eating, right? All right, y'all have an amazing day. Peace.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.